Good morning. So it's day 2 of my challenge of getting my YouTube videos out. Yesterday was really good. Did quite a bit of actual work. It was successful. However, today is a bit too cold just yet. It's 32 degrees, and when I woke up this morning, the whole meadow is just full of frost. With the frost, that means it's just going to be muddy and slippery and a mess. In the meantime, we've got some other work to do up in the campground area. We need to build a couple more sites, and currently my better half is working there now, and you'll get to meet her here in just a second. And we've been doing this since we've been here. We've been together for about 10 years, and it's just been fun. This is Nicole. She and I started this adventure about 4 years ago, and she's the reason for my being right now, and I couldn't be a more lucky woman than I am having her in my life. Nicole has a vision, and we're just trying to make that happen. So what's your vision? Why don't you explain your vision?
When I was a young child, I had a dream of owning a piece of property and opening it up to the world, and having them come and experience the land and use it as a healing place. And Chris and I were at the beach, and of course I was looking at land because I did that a lot. And
I didn't have any interest at the time.
No, well, you did in that moment.
At the moment, but we were in Portland and we were remodeling our house, which was freaking awesome. I mean,
yeah,
oh my God, that kitchen was to die for.
Yeah, it was a really nice remodel, but it didn't involve any trees or land.
But it sure was pretty.
Anyway, getting back to the story. So we were at the beach, and I was looking at land like I always do. And I saw this piece of property. I'm like, I really want to see this. And I showed it to Chris, and Chris is like, I have a meeting for work or something. And so I was like, oh, okay. So on the way home, she started going north on 101 instead of Highway 26 to go back into Portland. And lo and behold, I asked her what she was doing, and she says, well, we're going to go look at that piece of property. And granted, I think it was like the dead of December. It was cold and wet and muddy. And
December or November or something like that.
Something. It was wet and cold and rainy.
Typical for Oregon. Could have been in fall or August.
Yeah. So on the way home, we stopped here, and there was only a logging road, so we had to walk up the logging road and
crawl.
And yeah, I don't even remember. We really didn't even have.
We kind of slid down.
We kind of did. So we got to the top, and then we walked down the logging road, and we walked out, and we saw this amazing, beautiful meadow, and we were like, our jaws dropped. I think there were even a couple of cows in the meadow.
There were.
Yeah, and
three
cows. Yeah, and I became friends with the bull. But it was beautiful and stunning, and we fell in love with it. And the owner, who is, how old was he? Probably in his late 70s. I sat down and wrote a letter to him because apparently he had a number of offers on the property, and so I sat down and I wrote a letter on why we really loved his piece of property. And he accepted our offer, and we met him, and he's just a neat guy. He races over in his quad and hangs out with us,
and we've got a lot of stories to share in regards to that as well. Yeah. And but if it weren't for him and what he did with this property and how he cherished it, I don't think we would have ever considered it, really.
Yeah, no, definitely not. So but yeah, this has been a dream of mine for forever, and I'm glad that you hopped on board and kind of joined me in this another venture of mine. I seem to have a lot of them, and my adventures seem to always revolve around the outdoors and beauty and nature and trees, and so.
All right, well, let's get going.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
2. We got a lot done with the campsites. We're in the process of building 2 rather large ones to go with our 6 to 7 other ones that we built last summer. But it's well worth it just to see the people who come and visit us and enjoy what we have to offer is so meaningful. And the smiles on their faces, you can see the relaxation just set in on them when they arrive and as they spend time here. Thank you for joining us on our second day. It's quite the adventure, as Nicole had stated. Every day is an adventure when I'm with her. Thank you. Have a great day and be good.